Don't you hate it when you get an item not received case? And in many cases, these item not received cases usually resolve themselves. The item usually turns up, or maybe the item was delivered to the wrong address. But what do you do when you have that customer who's opening an item not received case and the item is simply lost? And you can tell by looking at the tracking that this thing is somewhere on the moon. It's nowhere to be found. The item's probably not going to arrive. Now, before we get into this, just know that they file a case. You go on and confirm the tracking. Don't know why eBay makes you do that, but we do that. And then by the third business day, you have to go in and give the buyer a refund. Okay. Now, if the item does show up after that, after you've given them a refund through the item not received case, then you just simply contact eBay and they'll give you your money back. They'll make you whole. That's something they came out with in August of last year. They announced it at eBay Open. But what happens if that item is still gone? It's not being delivered. It's just lost. Well, eBay can help you, but there is a remedy, and that is to file a claim through the United States Postal Service. Now, this video is going to show you how I successfully utilize this, utilizing just a couple screenshots. I have not had to file a claim on FedEx or UPS, so I'm assuming the claim processes are similar. And this is really only going to work really well for you if you utilize it for lost packages. If you're using this process for damaged packages, to be honest with you, they make it so difficult because they want the buyer to go in and bring the package in to the local post office. Well, good luck if you have a damaged package that needs to be, a claim needs to be filed. Okay, this is not the video for that. This is the video on how to deal with the lost USPS package. Now, so we assume that after the 16th day, because after 16 days, you can then go in and file a lost claim. And here is the screen, USPS.com. You want to go in and open an account, create an account, doesn't cost you anything. Do a search in the little search bar here, type in the word claim. It'll bring you over to a series of choices. Just click on how to file a claim and skip the steps. Step one is just the filing periods. We talked about that. Gathering your documents. We're going to do that here in a second. And then file your claim. So you want to click on this blue button down here. It says start an online claim. So now what it wants to do is search for the package. So the way you do that is you go to your eBay order details. And this is the item, by the way, that I am putting a claim on. This was one where the buyer ordered this. It never arrived. It was stuck somewhere in transit and never moved. So who knows what happened to this. But essentially, you're going to want the tracking numbers. The tracking number is right here. You want to highlight that. You want to right click. You want to go into copy, right? And then once you've done that, you're going to go into back to your screen for USPS.com and paste it. And then you're going to put the date that it was shipped out, okay? And then search. Now it's going to go through the steps of process, and it will allow you to move on to the next step, which is step 2, package information. So in this particular case, it's the first option. It's insured mail. Now, normally we ship Ground Advantage. We stopped utilizing priority mail because, to be honest with you, you get a better value for the price with Ground Advantage. And it's always been our default go-to way to ship on eBay for the most part. I mean, we utilize FedEx Ground as well on larger packages. Now you're going to put a reason for the claim. In this particular case, you're going to select lost. And then you're going to put a fee if you've paid an additional insurance above the $100. Let's say it's a $200 item. You're going to put what you paid for that extra insurance. If you're just relying on the free $100 that comes with the label, you'll put 0 in here. And then you'll put you were the mailer. And then you'll go down and you'll go down to recipient address. You're going to put their name. You're going to put even though there's an asterisk next to it, you do not need to put the company name if you've put a name. You have to put one or the other, either a name or a company. Put their address, put the city, state, zip, and you get that information from the order details page right here, and that'll have their address. Once you've done that, you're going to verify that it's going to your address, and then you're going to want to put what this thing is. So this is an alternator. This is one of the screens, by the way. But this is it's not an alternator, I'm sorry. It's a starter for a Cadillac. And you have limited space. So I'm just going to put auto part as the item name. And the item type, it has a very limited drop-down menu. There is really nothing here for auto part. So I'm going to click on other and then specify item type. You only have 15 characters. So I put the word starter there. And then under the item description, you have 120 characters. Well, my title happens to be every bit of 75 to 80 characters. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy my title, and that should give them enough information as to what this thing is. So I've done that. And then the purchase date, okay, we'll do that. That's the purchase date of the item. And then the amount requested. The amount requested is going to be what you refunded. I refunded the buyer $89.09. Now, do not count the price of the label, because they're going to add that to your check. Okay. Now, down here is the most important part. Upload proof of value. Now, how do I do that? Well, you go back to one of these screens, or both of these screens. I utilize both of these. So in this particular case, I take your order transaction details page, and I'll take the snipping tool, and I'll simply go in and highlight the area, and I have it set up to save that as a file to a place on my hard drive that I can go back and grab it, okay? And then on this other screen, I'm going to do the same thing. This is the main order screen. That just confirms it's an eBay item and the details of that transaction. And then simply I'm going to go back here. You click on this arrow. Do not click on add another item at any time during this process. That is assuming you want to open another claim. Do not do that. It's just this arrow that goes up, and you want to click on that, and you want to go to the item, to the first screenshot. And then you have to do the same thing for the second screenshot, okay? The second screenshot's in place. You have them there. And then you can nickname it anything you want. You usually use the item number so that you can go on to eBay and try to figure out what this check was for, because this will be printed on the nickname on the check. So you'll be able to see, oh, this is the claim for this. And then you'll have to go in and consent, and then you agree to the terms and conditions for the status notification, and then you click on review claim. And then after this screen, you get a chance to verify the information that you put in there, and then you'll be able to click one more time that you verify under penalty of perjury, you know, the legalese, and then a claim is filed. And it usually takes a couple weeks for you to receive any kind of response from USPS. It's as simple as that, guys. Like I said, I've had one come back. They said that I didn't provide enough proof valuation, but how do you really do that other than showing actual screenshots of the sale and the fees that eBay's taking out? That screenshot matches the address that you're shipping it to. So to me, that has always worked, except for this one last time. But it's really pain-free, guys. And USPS, kudos to them for creating a somewhat pain-free process. It only takes you a matter of minutes. But this video is for those who maybe felt a little intimidated in filing a claim and just said, you know what, forget it, isn't worth my time. But to be honest with you, if you're willing to put time to list an item, then you should be willing to put time to file a claim on an item when it's lost, because that money is out of your pocket, and this is a real fast way to at least get something back when this happens. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button, get your sale in the next 24 hours, consider subscribing to the channel, hit that notification bell. But filing a claim with USPS for a lost item, well, it can be intimidating, it can be overwhelming, but yet it's just another example of how flipping ain't easy.